Sameet Chavan joins in with a quick perspective on what he's recommending, what he's looking at on the charts, his stock strategies. Sameet, help our viewers with what you're reading.
Good morning. We would like to stay with the flow, hence we have three buy recommendations. First one would be on HUL. On Monday, the stock gave a good price volume breakout from a bullish cup and handle pattern around 855, 860 on a closing basis. Since last couple of days, we have seen subdued movement in the stock, but going forward, we believe that 855, 860 is likely to act as a strong support, and thus we expect an immediate move beyond 900. 910 would be our target for HUL, and one can buy this stock by keeping a strict stop loss at 835. Our other buy call would be on Jet Airways. Clearly from the aviation stock, Jet Airways has been our preferred pick, and we continue to maintain our positive bias on this stock. Not only with a near-term view, but with a medium to long-term perspective also, the stock certainly looks good on monthly charts. 500, 490 seems to be a strong support. With a near-term view, we are expecting the stock to move towards 585. It is maintaining its strong momentum, although it is trading around its 89 moving average, but looking at the overall momentum, we expect this move to extend beyond its moving average, which is placed around 550. It can be bought by keeping a stop loss at 513, and our final recommendation would be to buy Bata India for a target of 554, and one can keep a stop loss at 490. Yesterday it has given a good breakout from the bullish flag pattern around 500, 505. Today we are seeing a good traction in this counter. We expect this move to continue over the next few sessions. 554 would be our target and 490 would be a stop loss.
Okay, that's a call coming in on Bata India, and towards the other stocks that Sameet likes are HUL as well as Jet Airways. Let's move on then and get in some trading recommendations going from Manish Hathiramani as well, as he joins us on the show. He's from Deen Dayal Investment. Manish, good morning. Tell us, what is it that you would like to recommend to our viewers this morning?
Good morning to both of you and to all our viewers. Three buy calls from my side. My first buy is on Infosys for a target of 1215, stop loss of 1150. 1150 to 1160 were the resistance zones to watch out for, and the stock has been able to cross that quite comfortably. It has also triggered the short-term highs of 1192 a couple of sessions back. The second buy is on NMDC for a target of 110, stop loss 93. This stock was in a downtrend since June 2014. After that phase, this is the first time that we see some kind of positivity on the charts. NMDC has clocked good volumes even around the 94-95 levels. And the last buy is on a Maruti for a target of 3850, stop loss 3630. The stock has taken off from the levels of 3600, and since then we have been able to maintain the upward stance. 3550 to 3650 is well protected with a lot of volume.
That's a call coming in from Manish, and some stocks recommendations there. Sumeet Bagadia also joins in of Choice Broking to tell us which stocks he likes. Sumeet, good morning. Tell us, which stocks do you like and your reason behind selecting those stocks?
Hi, good morning, Kamya. Well, we have two buy call and one sell call. I think for next couple of days, metals looks good to me. We have seen a good amount of appreciation from lower levels in metal stocks, and at present also we feel that the same rally can continue for next couple of days. So purely for a trading perspective, I think one can initiate long position in Jindal Steel for next 3-4 days time horizon, and from present levels we can see a move of 7 to 8 rupees. That means on higher side we can see levels of around 68 to 70 rupees. For a trading perspective, if anyone wants to initiate a long position at CMP, then can initiate long with a strict stop loss to be placed at 60.50 levels, and for the upside an initial target of 68, and if 68 is taken away, then we can see levels of around 70 to 75 also. The second pick is Lupin. Well, pharma stocks looks weak to me. We are expecting some more correction in pharma stocks from present levels. So as far as trading bet is concerned, one can initiate sell position in Lupin at CMP, or on rise in prices till 1540 should be used as selling opportunity, with a strict stop loss to be placed at 1560 on higher side, and on downside we can see levels of around 1510 as the initial target, and if 1510 is taken away, then extended rally can be seen till 1480 levels in next 1 week to 10 days time horizon. Well, the third stock for the day is from telecom space. We have seen today most of the telecom stocks has given a good upside move. I feel Idea is oversold on charts, and from low levels we have seen a small recovery. And from present levels we are expecting a move of 8 to 10 rupees from present levels. So for trading perspective for next 3-4 days time horizon, I think one can initiate long position in Idea Cellular at 103 or 104 levels with a strict stop loss to be placed at 101 rupees on lower side for the initial target of 110 rupees. And if 110 is taken away, then extended rally can be seen till 115 or 118 levels. So for a trading perspective of 3 to 4 days time horizon, one can initiate long position in Idea Cellular with a strict stop loss to be placed at 101 rupees.
That's a call coming in from Sumit and some stock specific recommendations there. But away from equities, let's focus in on commodities as well. Our commodities editor Manisha Gupta joins in for a quick check on that space. Good morning, Manisha. Tell us what's happening.
Hi, Kamya. Thank you so much for that. Well, we have seen a bit of a decline in many of those commodities after the run-up that we have seen coming in for last 3 or 4 weeks now. The US dollar is off its 5-month lows, and that seems to be perhaps putting some pressure. In any case, the commodities had run up so much that you are finally looking at some correction coming in for many of them. Starting with the crude oil prices, and while we are still holding above $40 per barrel, markets would want to watch out for the US inventory data coming in today. And of course, the most important April meeting in Qatar, Doha, between the OPEC and the non-OPEC producers to talk about the output and the prices thereon. Take a look at the gold and silver prices as well. While we are up 18 to 19% YTD, markets are now watching out for some more signs of physical buying. The US dollar, the US Fed interest rates as well would continue to guide you on where those prices are headed. And it's a choppy turn back when it comes to the base metal prices. Well, most of them are positive for 2016. The month of March has been kind to all the sectors. But at this point in time, you are looking at the zinc prices off their 7-month highs. It also is between copper and aluminum, where the funds have actually gained up in sense of buying bullish bets. But even then, you have seen some correction coming in as markets take further cues from the original or regional equity markets there. But trading strategies, and for that, let's get in Biren Vakil from Paradigm in Ahmedabad, and he joins us with his sense on all of that space. Biren, hi, good to have you. Let's start with the base metals, and the copper prices have been choppy, up 7% this year, up 15% from 2016 lows. But at these current levels, how are you trading them?
Copper still looks a little bit fragile as far as bull market is concerned. So I would prefer to go short around 341, 342, and stop would be 345, 346, and downside objective is 330, 334. Medium term outlook is distinctively bearish, and I will not be surprised if market tests say 310, 320.
Biren, what's your sense in the precious metal space? While the gold prices clearly have been an outperformer there, do you see silver prices do a catch-up? There has been talk about a deficit there, and so much conversation about the gold-silver ratio, which is favorable for silver now.
There is I'm spotting reversal in gold-silver ratio, which topped out around 80, and currently it is trading at 78. So it may go towards 70, 72. So silver may outperform gold. But what I am seeing is I would see drastic fall in gold prices, and silver too would remain weak, but gold would fall faster. So I am reluctant to buy silver. But instead of this, to play it out, I would sell gold around 29,000. Stop would be 29,400, and downside objective 28,000, 27,700.
Fair point that, Biren. We'll let you go at that. Thank you so much for joining us with your strategies. That's the view coming in from Paradigm Commodities. It's a sell call on copper, silver and gold for the intraday market today. With that, it's back to you guys.
Okay, Manisha, thanks very much for getting us a check on the commodity spaces, getting us those strategies. Would also like to thank our 6 technical experts for taking the time out and sharing the stock-specific recommendations with us on Traders 20. Let's slip into a short break at this point of time, but on the other side, we come back with BNSN, the stock key.